Hello and welcome back to Ronan. My name is Beast, and today we're back with IxSHE. Today's gonna be the start of the last route, and something else I wanted to mention is that I've already opened up a poll in the community posts. Sadly, I had to use straw poll instead, since the YouTube doesn't actually allow more than 5 choices. So that's annoying, but hey, what the fuck can you do about it? Anyways, I just wanted to share with you the results up until now. Like, it's been like 22 hours since this poll went live. And the votes currently are from bottom to top. 4 votes for Hoshizora no Memoria. 4 votes for Nanahiro Reincarnation. 8 votes for The Witch's Love Diary. 11 votes for Yukiko Melt. 12 votes for The Princess's Stray Cat and Matters of the Heart, and 13 votes for Sakusaku Love Blooms with the Cherry Blossoms. I won't be voting yet. However, I will be the tiebreaker, basically. So because earlier today it was 12 votes for Sakusaku and 12 votes for The Princess's Stray Cat and Matters of the Heart. So in that case, I'll just be the tiebreaker and go for the game that I personally would want to see more. But hey, that's how that is. That's all I wanted to say real quick, so that's out of the way, let's start skipping. Alright, we got here. Now it's time for us to choose. Also something I mentioned before the recording yesterday. Because we saw like the confession scene CG for Yoshino. And can we just talk about... This is like Kensekan is like a school that had until this year a ban on romance and was basically priding themselves on trying to raise proper ladies and gents. Why the fuck are the skirts on the uniform so fucking short? Like, Misakiyama's got the right idea, they're rather long. Like, still not too long as I would expect from a school like that, but still kinda long. They can't, like, bend down in order to pick something up if they fucking drop it. Like, that's not something they can do. Anyways. Koshimi's out! Thanks to her allegedly gate, I catch up with her only a short distance away from the hourglass. I know I'm playing around with the gun. If you're not busy after this, I was wondering if you'd like me to give you a tour of the town. I know you said those girls from earlier were showing you around, but... Well, that was quick. For some reason, that smile of hers always tickles something inside my chest. Hold on, I'll first finish this, then get the beer. Given all that male attention she was being subjected to earlier, that smile will surely invite misunderstandings. I follow at Koshimizu's heel and we end up at the largest shopping mall in town. Victorian Palace, or VIX for short. Something you want to buy here? Ah, okay. Seems she got the message implicitly that I was intending this to be a date. Perhaps because it's Saturday and there are tons of families and adult couples walking to and fro. Or perhaps she's caught on to all the stares and all the stage whispers coming from left and right. Guess we do look like a couple. Not that I actually am her boyfriend. Not that I'm actually her boyfriend. But still makes me feel proud to hear people complimenting my date. Now that I think about it, I'm the only one wearing my uniform. We don't exactly match. Koshimisa's outfit, on the other hand, gives her a certain air of elegance and maturity. It actually kind of looks like, I don't know what it is, but it actually kind of looks like something I would see in Bavaria. I wish I'd worn something similar for the occasion. Too late to worry about it now, though.
私もこういった機会は初めてなのでわかりませんが。
Say hello to my little friend. Hold on. There you go.
お洋服は確かに大切です。特に女の子はその日着ているものによって気分が大きく変わりますから。
That just reminds me of a doujin. Wait, what? I didn't hear anything. I didn't hear nothing.
ですが、デートの主役は私たち二人。お洋服ではありませんよ。
She's right.
どんな格好をしていようが、二宮さんは二宮さんです。だから二宮さんもお洋服ではなく、ちゃんと私を見てくださいね。
Exactly right. I shouldn't be worrying about the onlookers, nor what we're wearing.
それでも気になるようでしたら言ってくださいね。私が素敵にコーディネートしてあげますから。
It's not that, oh, their outfits don't mix. It's the fact that she's in casual clothes while he's in uniform. Well, let's try that next time. We'll just have to bear with this for today.
またの機会。覚えておきますね。
Looks like we spontaneously planned another date. When that time comes, maybe I'll be able to give her a proper answer to her confession.
では、行きましょうか。向こうに美味しいジェラートのお店があるみたいですよ。
Gelato? Huh. Gelato, huh? Dessert actually sounds really nice right now. Glancing sidelong at her winsome smile, I follow her into the plaza. I need my fucking covers. The thing is, I'm not wearing long, like, sweatpants, because I couldn't find any, since I had to work in the garden, and it was only, like, plucking, like, apples from a tree. So I just decided, you know what, fuck it. This shouldn't be too strenuous. I'll just go in my sweatpants, since I was too lazy to actually go get proper pants. So I just worked in my sweatpants, and I wasn't expecting to sweat that much. It was unexpectedly warm. I immediately had to take off my fucking jacket. And then I had to, like, also get some firewood for my grandparents, and as well as carry some plants inside, since winter's coming and they don't really want to be outside when winter's coming. And I was, like, unexpectedly sweaty afterwards, so I can't really wear those pants. At least not when I'm trying to relax. Like, it's okay for, like, emergency, I need to go out or something, but I'll need to wait for proper long sweatpants again to be, like the rest of my sweatpants to be done. Sorry, nature's calling. When we were halfway across the plaza, a sudden urge to use the bathroom struck me, but I quickly go and take care of my business, then rush back to my date. It's so crowded today. My pace naturally quickens when I imagine how bored she must be waiting.
いえ、今日は人と一緒なので。
Is that her?
俺ってことで、その子も一緒でいいからさ。
その子と言っても男性なんですが。
Someone hitting on her. Stifling my breath, I walk up behind with her with slow, measured steps. Hey. The man sizes me up with a dubious expression on his face.
もしかして、弟さんですか？
いえ、こちらの方は。
それってそこの県政官の制服ですよね。俺の知り合いもそこの卒業生なんで知ってますよ。
Come on, Kasumi, let's go. I don't want to be too pushy, but... Why are you looking at me like I'm crazy? Didn't I promise you we'd hang out all day? I grab hold of her hand, pulling her away a bit forcefully.
Hi.
She lets go of my hand and instead wraps her arm around mine. I catch a glimpse of the man's irked expression, but I pay him no mind and turn towards the gelato cafe. I know it's sweet that he helped her there, but this just reminds me of the newest chapter I read on Sono Biscuitol or whatever it's fucking called. Hold on. I'm annoyed that I can't remember the proper name. It's about like a dude who like makes like traditional Hina dolls as a hobby. And he's very self-conscious about it, but this one girl finds out that he's really good at making outfits because he makes the outfits for the Hina dolls. So she just pesters him to make cosplay for her. Like I say pesters, but she doesn't like annoy him into making the costumes. Ah, there we go, there it is. Sono bisque doll wa koiwo suru. The English title is apparently more than a doll. Hold on, let me just like Sono bisque doll. There we go. Manga Dex. Let me just read out the description. Wakana Gojo is a 15-year-old high school boy who was socially traumatized in the past due to his passions. That incident left a mark on him that made him into a social recluse. Until one day, he had an encounter with Kitagawa, who is a social gyaru, who is the complete opposite of him. They soon share their passions with one another, which leads to their odd relationships. And apparently, like, the English title is actually My Dress Up Doll. The German one is More Than a Doll, which is weird because More Than a Doll is not a German word. And apparently the French title is Sexy Cosplay Doll. The English one is My Dress Up Darling, so there you go. It's actually really good and sweet. The art is also gorgeous. Anyways, so basically, in the latest chapter, something similar happens, but he misunderstands because it's actually her barber getting angry at her because she's not taking proper care of her hair. Like the barber, like straight up says, "Hey, call me sister." like oh my god, you're acting like his I don't know, partner or whatever. Just stood next to him. Oh my god, you're acting like her dad. At least say I'm acting like her big sister. So I have assumptions about the relationship between those two, and good on them for it. They found each other. Nice for them. Hope they're happy with each other.
ありがとうございます。私、すごくドキドキして。
Sorry for leaving you all by yourself. That must have been scary for you to deal with.
いえ、そうじゃなくて。
She squeezes my arm against hers.
二宮さん、すごくかっこよかったです。
She doesn't beat around the bush, does she? Well, you told me to keep my eyes on you, Koshimizu. I didn't want someone else getting in the way of our date. She pouts indignantly. What's wrong?
でも二宮さん、小清水って。
Well, the situation earlier called for a bit of improvisation.
でも腕は組んだままですよ。
Yeah, but that's because you won't let go.
ご迷惑ですか？振りほどいても構わないんですよ。
Like, she's playing her cards smart. Like, she's a smart girl. My god. I wouldn't do that. There's a few familiar faces looking this way. I wouldn't want them misinterpreting anything. After the events of this morning, I'm bound to be the center of attention everywhere. Of everyone's attention. Although I shouldn't be setting a bad example for others.
そうですよね。二宮さんの場合、生徒会長という立場もありますし。
I suddenly feel a lot lonelier. Let's try that again. Immediately let go of her. It's the same thing. At least change it up! Like, if that's what you gotta do, either pick let go, give just two options, let go of her or don't let go of her.
ご自分の立場を大切にされているのは、さすがだと思います。ですが私は、はじめさんには本心で向き合ってほしいです。
She smiles sweetly, nestling herself tightly against my arm.
なので、やっぱり話してあげません。どうしてもというなら、力ずくで引き剥がしてください。
You're a surprisingly stubborn one, aren't you? I just noticed that she's like slightly poking her tongue out, and it's fucking adorable!
なんとでも言ってください。はじめさんが本心を出せず、我慢するしかないよりは、よっぽどいいですから。
I guess I'll have a lot of explaining to do later then. With Koshimizu leading the way, the two of us, while the day away at the mall. Afterwards, when we returned to the dorm, she released her grip and went back to calling me Ninomiya as usual. Back to skipping! Oh, hi. There we go. We're back. This was a stupid bit. I should have not gone for it. Anyways, Koshimizu. As everyone begins to trickle on home, I decide to go retrieve my bag from the classroom so that I can get ready to leave. Before I do that, are you going home, Koshimizu?
私はまだやり残したことがありますから、そういう二宮さんこそ、花森さんとご一緒に教室に戻らなかったんですか?
I still have something to take care of too. The sales event today was ultimately for the sake of holding a handshake event. Though I turned it to something of a photo session near the end, there's still one person left whose hand I haven't shaken. So, how should we do this?
どうすると言いますと?
Handshake.
覚えてくれていてよかったです。もし忘れているようなら。いいえ、覚えてくれていたんですから、暗いお話はやめましょう。
I'm suddenly scared. Well, you can't just trail off like that. What are you gonna do? And why does it sound so ominous?
ですが、ここではご迷惑になりますし、場所を移動しましょうか。
Loitering is the lamest crime. I'm not sure if she's dodging the question, but she is ragged regardless. We decided to walk slowly back towards the classroom. While the best-sounding crime is still manslaughter. Yes, I completely stole that stand-up comedy routine. I don't even know who the comedian was who did that. What are you in for? Manslaughter! I slaughtered a man! You know, that kind of stuff. Oh, I should not have done that. That fucked my throat a bit. You should have said something about the handshake earlier, though. Why wait till now?
いえいえ、いつもなら私が体を許しても何もされない二宮さんです。でも今日はそんな二宮さんと触れ合えるせっかくの機会ですから、
Phrasing.
流れ作業のように済ませてしまうのはとてももったいないじゃないですか。
So what is she planning on making me do? Just so we're both clear, this is just a handshake we're talking about, right?
はい、二宮さんが手で握ってくれるということですよね。何をとはここでは断定しませんが。
Your hand! It's a handshake! Your hand! It's a handshake! I was not expecting that. I was not expecting that. I'm kind of proud of that. Like me and Hajime just kind of like became one mind there for a second.
二宮さん、
Yes?
私、天以外がいいです。
He's missing the entire point of the handshake event! You were never really interested in a handshake in the first place, were you, Koshimizu?
どうしてですか?
You were the one who initially suggested 10 packs for a hug, 20 packs for a kiss, and so on.
さすが二宮さんです。よく覚えてましたね。
Well, it was a pretty out of the blue suggestion, so yeah, I'll remember it. Wait, 20 packs? How many packs did you ask Uchon to reserve for you again?
20袋ですが、何か?
She was aiming for a kiss the whole time, wasn't she? Never mind.
最後はご利用しでキスまでおねだりしてみようと思ったんですが、山吹さんは予想外でした。
You were trying to do the same thing as Yuki? She'd only kissed me on the cheeks, so I tried a fine line between appropriate and inappropriate, but I have a feeling Koshimizu wasn't after a mere kiss on the cheek.
それは誤解です。本当です。信じてください。
I don't. She desperately denies my accusation, blushing red. Hard to believe when she just finished saying she wanted to beg me for a kiss.
私の場合、キスをするのではなく、どうさせるかです。
How's that any better?
ですが、10袋しか買えなかったことも事実です。
Just pet her.
だから、握手はいいので、ハグしてください。
You don't give up, do ya? She must have been really looking forward to this opportunity for us to touch each other. Her words, not mine. If you ask me, or anyone else at school for that matter, Koshimizu is pretty enough to give even Yuki a run for her money. Any guy would be happy to have a girl like her throw herself at him without reserve. But I can't let myself get swept up at the
お
moment.
風呂で見たんですが、私、多分ですけど、山吹さんよりも大きいと思うんです。
You're what?
二宮さん、エッチです。
What? How am I the pervert here? You could easily surmise what she meant without asking, but still.
と、私を抱きしめたら、まあ、その話はいいんですが、ハグしてくれませんか?
You cheeky little shit! You're being way too candid about this. To be honest, though, I don't see any harm in complying. Just pet her. I imagine she smells really nice, and she's probably soft in all the right places. In fact, I can think of nothing but positives. Above all else, there's something she wants herself. Ah, but it's definitely too good to be true.
さあ、どうぞ、遠慮なさらずに。
Your smile is blinding me! Ah! My eyes! Generally speaking, there are two sides to every coin. In Koshimizu's case, however, only one side is ever visible. In fact, she might not even have two sides. What you see is what you get. That just makes it all the more terrifying. What do you say we just settle for a normal
そ
handshake?
こをもう一声。そもそも握手というからお堅く形式ばって聞こえてしまうんです。
Pet her! Fine, then how about we hold hands?
もう一声。
I'm not sure what else she wants from me. Oh wait, I think I get it. How about we hold hands on the way to the classroom?
さすが二宮さんです。きちんと私の気持ち伝わったんですね。
Upon taking her hand, she smiles happily and squeezes mine back.
きっと周りから見たらお似合いのカップルですよ。
Yeah, probably. It would really be best to avoid stirring up any unnecessary rumors if possible, but it's not worth ruining the mood just to point that out. Instead, I walk back to the classroom hand in hand with a very delighted Koshimizu. Oh, and just like that, we're back to skipping. Alright, we're back again. We're gonna stay out here all night, Koshimizu. Once we finished cleaning up after the fireworks, all of us began heading back to the dorm, with the exception of one, who was standing stock still, staring off into space. Curious, I call out to her.
なんだか私、不思議な気持ちなんです。世界はこんなにもたくさんの幸せで溢れていて、 嬉しい気持ちでいっぱいのはずなのに、いつまで経っても心の渇きは満たされない。
She smiles serenely as she launches into a profound soliloquy. She sounds like someone who wants to change the world almost.
学園の皆さんとこんなに楽しく過ごすことができて、二宮さんともこうして出会うことができて、今がものすごく満ち足りていて、とても幸せなはずなのに、私、全然満足できないんです。それって、私が欲張りだからなんでしょうか。
She's speaking in rather abstract terms, but I think that's normal. The fact that you aren't satisfied just means that you want everyone to be even happier.
もっと幸せになれる方法を、そうかもしれませんね。
She closed her eyes quietly, mulling over my words.
ってあれ？二宮さん？いつからいたんですか？
Were you talking to yourself this whole time?
私何か口走ってましたか？
If she really said all that aloud unconsciously, that's actually pretty impressive in a sense. Yeah, something about ridding the world of all toothpicks. Shing!
たこ焼き食べられへんわ。
Har har! Very funny! She's a regular concise style comedian. I was wondering how long you were gonna stay out here. But then you all of a sudden dived into all this philosophical stuff, saying you were content but not satisfied.
どうしてそれが爪楊枝の話になるんですか？
Sorry, that was just a stupid joke that popped into my head. So, what were you thinking about?
何なんでしょう。自分でもよく覚えていないんですが、ただ今は二宮さんへの感謝の気持ちが溢れてしまいそうで。
For the pendant thing earlier? She smiles happily, but shakes her
も
head.
ちろんそれもあります。ですがそれ以上に私がここに来たきっかけは二宮さんでした。そこから全てが始まって、こうして皆さんとも楽しく過ごすことができています。
It's a little embarrassing to hear you put it that way, but yeah, I'm glad. I didn't realize before, but earning her gratitude means that I've somehow been of assistance to her. Though it's worth noting that the sense of pride I get from helping others is different from the feeling I got when she thanked me directly.
少し意地悪な質問いいですか？
You want to ask me a rude question?
はい。私はあの時、別の方をデートに誘ってあげてください。そう言いました。でも二宮さんはそうしなかった。なぜですか？
Why? Well, I mean...
それにもし、ペンダントをなくしたのが私じゃなくても、二宮さんは探しに向かいましたか？それとも...
She barrages me with one question after another. Since I know that she has romantic feelings for me, I can quickly guess what she's trying to say. Well, I want to say no, but I can't lie to you either.
そうですか。
I didn't mean to get your hopes up.
いえ、いいんです。むしろ私も、その答えを望んでいたんだと思います。
The expression on her face right now is exceedingly gentle. But she quickly sticks out her tongue. But she quickly sticks out her tongue with a playful smile on her lips.
やはり、困らせてしまいましたね。すみません。
Nah, nothing to apologize
でも
for.
私、質問をする前から分かってたんです。困っている人を放っておけない。そんな人柄があるからこそ、二宮さんが学園中の皆さんから慕われている。それを分かっていながら、わがままを言ったんです。
This time she offers a feeble, lonesome smile as her delicate shoulders tremble ever so slightly.
もう一つわがままを言わせてもらえるなら、今だけは、私だけのヒーローになってもらえませんか？
What the fuck is going on? Hey, what's wrong? Large droplets begin spilling from the corners of her eyes.
なんだか、いろいろほっと した途端、嬉しいのに、私、泣いてしまいそうで。
Tears are already coming out, actually. Alright, just for the day, I'll be your one and only hero, Koshimizu.
ありがとう。
I give her a soft hug, stroking her back as the tears drip down her face. I don't know if this is the right thing to do in this situation, but at the very least I don't think it's wrong. After a while, her tears come to a stop. After handing her the small towel I carry around with me, I decide to give her some space and return to my room. Oh boy, back to skipping time. Let's first hear it.
団結を深めましょう。
I guess. Back to skipping. Alright, we're back. It's been almost a month since all the girls confessed to me. Mulling over who to choose had gotten me too worked up to sleep, so I decided to have a cup of hot chocolate to help me wind down. Maybe I should buy myself an electric kettle sometime. It gets annoying having to walk all the way to the kitchen every time I want to boil some water. Someone's here. I hear a faint sound coming from the kitchen, along with a rich aroma of something sweet. Smells like hot chocolate. Hey, is the water boiling? I call out in a slightly raised voice, approaching with deliberately loud footsteps so I don't frighten whoever it is.
二宮さん
Oh, it's you, Koshimizu. As soon as she notices me, she stands up and draws out a chair opposite to her. I guess she wants me to sit with
こ
her.
れなら、沸かした残りがありますけど、何か飲みますか？
I was kinda hankering something sweet, particularly a cup of hot chocolate.
ココアですね。では、少し待っててください。
You gotta make it for me?
はい。こう見えて私、ココアを作るのが得意なんです。
Really? That's pretty cool. I only manage a decent cup maybe 20% of the time. But if you're as good as you say, I'd rather try your hot chocolate
お
instead.
任せください。
Regardless of how it turns out, this should keep her happy.
ですが、そのココアも会心の出来ですので、飲んでしまっていいですよ。
Oh, man.
私の飲みかけですけど、それでもよければですが。
I'll just have a little sip. While the mug is still a bit hot, it isn't hot enough to be undrinkable. Alright, let's see how it tastes. The taste of chocolate spreads throughout my mouth as I take a mouthful of the liquid. This tastes exactly like the chocolate I make when I manage to get it right. I like the fact that she basically said that as a little taunt without actually meaning to, and didn't actually expect him to actually go for it, and that's cute. But it's pretty impressive that you can make something like this, of this quality, all the time. She covers her mouth with her hands, even in the darkness. I can see the blush on her cheeks. It's not often she makes this kind of reaction. In fact, that might be the first I've seen her this flustered. Obviously, she isn't simply embarrassed at being complimented for her hot chocolate.
二宮さん。
Yeah?
それ、私の飲みかけなんですが。
Yeah, I know. What, were you bothered by it being an indirect kiss?
分かっていて飲んだんですか？
I mean, you offered me your mug knowing that, didn't you?
そうですが、いつもは私がいいですよと言っても何もしてこないのに。
Well, hugs and stuff like that are a little too embarrassing for me. But this isn't too much for me, so I figured I might play along for once. I like how he isn't bothered by the indirect kiss. Finally! Finally a main character that doesn't immediately freak out. What's so embarrassing about drinking from the something that somebody already drank from? Like, it's a bit unsanitary, sure, but that's about it. Who the fuck cares? If it's anything special, by God, I'm probably one of the gayest people I know. Which I'm not, so... There you have the answer. Indirect kisses aren't anything special. Either that or I'm a man slut. I might have teased her a little too much, but I have to say, it's pretty fun seeing her act all flustered. She finally returned with 2 freshly brewed cups of hot chocolate, but something seemed off about her. Seemed kind of upset, Koshimizu.
そんなことありません。
Are you sure? You're being awfully quiet.
普段と同じです。
Contrary to her words, however, I get the feeling that she's rather tense. If I had to guess, I'd say the indirect kiss from earlier is still weighing on her
二
mind.
宮さん、
What is it?
実は私、舌をやけどしました。ものすごくヒリヒリします。
So she wasn't tense, just in pain. And here I thought you were feeling depressed about something.
私、極度の猫舌なんです。
Oh, I can already see where the sex scenes are going. I'm not sure what this sudden revelation is all about, but it's oddly cute, so I'll give her points for that. Wait, if you knew you had a sensitive tongue, why'd you drink something you knew was piping hot?
関節キスのことが嬉しくて、無意識に飲んでしまいました。
You're pretty aerated, aren't you? I'm relieved to know she was happy about the kiss, at least. Alright, I get it. But keep it down, or you're gonna wake everyone up.
気のせいか、舌の一部が熱で溶けてしまったような気がします。
I'm sure you're just imagining
で
things.
も、すごくヒリヒリしてしまって、何かいい方法はありませんか？
To help your tongue? I've heard that coating a burn with honey can help with inflammation. It's a bit late, but why don't we try cooling it down?
詳しくありませんが、舌を絡めるキスがあると聞きました。
Okay?
熱というものは高いところから低いところに移動します。つまり、私の舌と二宮さんの舌が触れ合えば、きっと熱は二宮さんの方に移って良くなると思うんです。
Wait here, let me get some ice.
どうしてそんな意地悪言うんですか？
I'm trying to help you! She clings to my waist as I move to stand up from my seat, not letting me go.
ちなみに、今日のバーベキューで使った後、新しい氷は作ってませんでしたよ。
Really? I'll give them a cold. It's been getting lately. It's hardly necessary to have a constant supply of ice.
どうぞ。
I'm not French kissing you. I really hope I haven't set some weird precedent by playing along with that whole indirect kiss
で
thing.
は二宮さん、
Yeah? She suddenly lowers her
もっ
voice.
と真剣にお願いをすれば、キスしてくれますか？
My heart reflexively skips a beat at the unusually serious expression on her face right now. Did she burn her tongue by accident, or was it all an elaborate ploy to get me to kiss her? Or has she realized how close I am to deciding on my answer? Maybe this is her way of preemptively catching my attention. Listen, Koshimizu. Glad to know you're willing to go that far for me, but I think we should save something like that for a more special occasion. Kisses are something to be treasured, in my opinion.
一番大切な
But of course, I appreciate you being so honest about your feelings with me too.
二宮さんのスタンス。私ったらダメですね。実は先ほど一人で二宮さんのことを考えていたんです。そしたら本当に二宮さんがやってきてチャンスだと思い、少々焦りすぎてしまいました。
Can understand where she's coming from. I've been thinking about Koshimizu too when I left my room, so I was pleasantly surprised when I bumped into her here. What exactly were we thinking about anyways?
秘密です。
Oh, come on, that grin's only making me 10 times more
で
curious.
すが私だって恥ずかしいんですよ。そんなに知りたいんですか？
Well, I'm willing to listen if you're comfortable talking about it.
では、本当に恥ずかしいので耳を貸してもらえますか？
She beckons me closer. Don't tell me she's gonna plant a kiss on my cheek the moment I give her my ear.
残念でした。
Huh? She smiles playfully, poking my cheek with her finger.
もしかして二宮さん、何か期待してませんでしたか？
That's right, you'd never make the first move herself.
告白をしてから、確かに私たち
Let's just wait. There's another choice like that. That only like changes if you don't at all lean in. No wait, this is
さすが二宮さんです。このお誘いに乗ってこないなんて、私のことをちゃんと分かってくれてたんですね。嬉しいです。
That's right, you never make the first move herself.
告白をしてから、確かに私たちは一緒の時間を過ごしてきました。ですが、その中できちんと二宮さんに私を見てもらえているのか、ちょっと気になっていたんです。というのが、二宮さんの質問に対する答えです。
Not sure it was necessary for her to answer my question in question form, but, well, did you find a satisfactory answer to that question?
はい。きっとこれで、二宮さんはもっと私を意識せざるを得なくなったはずですから。
Sure enough, I now see her stance on things in a new light. I used to prefer this beer, but at this point, I see the problem that I heard my mother mention about it. It tastes like artificial sweetener. No. Like, the other one is better. Like, I can see her point now. Also, something was also kind of fun. Like, I had to get a box for the apples when we were plucking the apples. And when I came back with the box, my mother was just in the fucking tree. Like, it was a very surreal experience.
では、二宮さん、そろそろ。
Hold on, did I read that true enough? I now see your stance on things in a new light. There we go. And please repeat yourself.
では、二宮さん、そろそろお部屋に戻りましょうか。
Right, thanks for the hot chocolate, Koshimizu. It was great. With that, the two of us rinse our cups and leave the kitchen. Back to skipping. Alright, we're back here. Let's text Koshimizu. Like I said, we're gonna go the let them text us route for every character after as the last part. Back to skipping. There we go. Didn't expect her to be this close by. I messaged Koshimizu and she told me to meet her at the bench outside the school gate for some reason. Although I hurried over there, I don't need to search for long before I noticed a single solitary figure seated there. Hi, sorry to keep you waiting.
あ、二宮さん。
She moves to stand up from the bench, but I quickly wave at her and sit back down. I'm in no rush. Mind if I sit beside you?
はい、どうぞ。
I lower myself down beside her, careful to leave a slight gap between us.
急に連絡が来て、びっく
And
り
she, of
しま
course,
した。
immediately closes the gap. She casually scoots over as she speaks until we're only a few inches apart. But even though she comes close enough for me to be able to smell her sweet fragrance, she stops just before our shoulders touch. Would you mind if I moved even closer?
で、どちらにせよ連絡を待っていたんですが、いざ連絡が来ると、なかなか緊張するものですね。ちなみに、わざわざ足を運んでもらう形になりましたが、お時間は大丈夫ですか？
Don't worry, the planning committee is in charge of the closing event, so I've got as much time as we need.
ならよかったです。つまり今だけは、二宮さんを独占できるということですね。
Yeah, I guess so. She's clearly trying her best to keep calm, but I can tell the situation has her feeling jittery, considering how uncharacteristically chatty she's being. By the way, what were you doing here, Koshimizu?
私ですか？
What were you even doing here, Koshimizu? There we go, that's the one. The party's already moved over to the cafeteria. Have you been sitting here by yourself this entire time? Were you waiting for a friend or something? Since I was planning to respond to her confession, it'd be pretty awkward if someone were to interrupt us
あ
midway.
えて言うなら、そうですね。 二宮さん待ちでした。
Oh, at least now I know. Better safe than sorry. Well, since you've been waiting for my answer for so long, I'd hate to waste any more of your time with idle chit-chat.
私としては心の準備にもなるんですが、でもキリがありませんから、お返事聞かせてもらってもいいですか？
She gives me a somewhat faint smile and not quietly in return. Honest God, I'll just be an ass. I'll just lean forward. I'm sorry. I choose you. What? Why say you're sorry? Because from now on, you're gonna have to deal with me. I'll be honest. The more I get to know you girls, the more I began to realize how wonderful you all were. So if you ask me right now which of you was the best or had the most positives, I wouldn't be able to put you all on the scale and weigh you together. That wouldn't be fair in my opinion.
比べたくない。本当に正直に言いましたね。ですが、そういう優しいところ、二宮さんらしくていいと思いますよ。
Wait, hold on!
はい。
Needless to say, I didn't come all this way to give her such a non-committal response. I couldn't compare each to one another, so instead I began to think. Or, it was kind of like how should I put this?
大丈夫ですよ。落ち着いてください。
She gives me an understanding smile. I take a deep breath, pulling my thoughts together. While I was thinking, it started to occur to me naturally that I wanted to spend more time with you. It wasn't because I felt pressure to choose one of you. I simply felt like I wanted to be with you.
ずいぶん唐突でしたね。
Yeah, kinda wish I thought about setting the mood a bit more. I've been so focused on finding the right words to convey my feelings that I hadn't given it any thought at all. Well, I'm just gonna go ahead and say it. Thank you for falling in love with me. And thank you for waiting for my answer.
いえ、それこそお礼を言われることでは。
Maybe not, but I wanted you to know how happy it made me feel.
はい。確かに二宮さんの気持ち、受け取りました。
Hold on, that's just the introduction. I still have the most important bit left to say.
そうなんですか？
I'm all over the place. Get it together, man. Kojimizu Kazumi?
はい。
Will you go out with me?
はい。もちろんです。
I'm happy. Really happy. Ecstatic even. But for some reason, that felt way too easy. I thought for sure this would be a lot more emotional.
ただ、
What's wrong? She looks down at her feet with a worried expression and rubs her ankle.
今日のダンスについては、辞退させてもらえませんか？
How come?
もちろん、練習はしっかりしました。したんですが。
I hadn't been planning to go to the dance either, so it's no big deal. But now that she mentions it, did something happen to your leg?
実はですね、イベントが始まってすぐに痛めてしまって。ですが、歩けないほどではありませんよ。湿布を貼ってもらって、今も少し痛みを感じる程度ですから。
But it still does hurt a bit? Was this before you were walking around with us, with the rest of us?
痛めた後ですね。
Man, what was she thinking walking around with her foot like that? But I suppose it's partly my fault for saying I was going to invite a special someone to the dance tonight. Alright. You don't have to worry about the dance.
ありがとうございます。では、二宮さんはどうぞ、高野菜へ。
Oh, come on, do you really think I'd just leave you? This is an exact repeat of what happened during the fireworks festival. Back then, I couldn't bring myself to leave Kojimizu alone. But even though the same thing holds true now, there's one difference. This time, I'm saying it as her boyfriend. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to arrange another fireworks party for you this time.
いえ、こうして一緒にいられるだけで十分です。
But to make up for it...
二宮さん、
Is he carrying her back? I can take you anywhere you want. Yeah, it can take you anywhere you want to go, just like this. What do you say? Kasumi-san? She's been brazenly trying to get me to make the first move for the longest time. But this is the first time I've ever seen her this blatantly flustered. So this is the face you make when you're genuinely embarrassed, huh?
そんな意地悪なこと言わないでください。
Well, I think you look cuter than usual.
彼女にそんな意地悪言うなんて、二宮さんは鬼畜です。このままでは嫌いになっちゃうかもしれませんよ。
After not even a day of dating? Of course not. But I can tell she isn't serious by the way she leans her body against mine. Then what can I do to turn that frown upside down?
そうですね。
She closes her lips and sinks into thought.
かすみ。
ん？
もう恋人同士なんですから、かすみって名前で呼んでください。
Oh, okay.
これからずっと、そうすれば私の機嫌も治るかもしれません。
After all these weeks of using her last name, calling her by her first name is proof of how our relationship has changed.
短い間でしたが、とても幸せでした。
Alright, alright, I'll use your first name.
本当ですか？
Somehow doing this is even more nerve-wracking than my confession earlier. I love you, Kasumi. Why are you blushing so much? You're the one who made me say it. It's enough to make the heat start building in my cheeks as well.
胸がドキドキうるさくて、よく聞こえませんでした。もう一度。
You'd think it'd be easier the second time around, but it most definitely wasn't. Kasumi, I love you.
私も大好きですよ、はじめさん。
This is it! This is the kind of confession I was hoping for!
この格好でこんなこと、なんだか照れますね。
Yeah, you can say that again. My face must be so red right now.
はじめさん。
Yeah, Kasumi? I thought she was pulling herself up, but instead she leans forward and places her lips against mine. But it only lasts for a moment, and our lips are separate.
今のが私のファーストキスです。
Her first kiss. Her lips were so soft and warm that it felt like my own would melt the moment they touched.
何か言ってくれないと余計に恥ずかしくなってしまうんですが。
Right, your first kiss. It was my first too.
上の空じゃないですか。
Admit, I'm finding it difficult to think straight after having my first kiss taken from me so suddenly. I'm not sure what to say, but thank you. I'm incredibly happy.
私も嬉しいです。
But here's the thing, Kasumi. I don't think I can show up to the cafeteria with my face looking like this.
奇遇ですね。実は私もこのまま寮に戻った方がいい気がしてたんです。
That is a coincidence. Back to the dorms it is then, just like this.
おろすなんて言われたら怒っちゃいますから。
You got it. Clutching her tightly to my chest, I begin to make my way slowly towards the dormitory. After making it inside, I set her down in the lounge where the two of us decide to throw our own quiet closing party. The Seductive Transfer Student. That's the achievement name. And that chibi was proof of what I mean about the skirt. What I was talking about at the start of the part. It's fucking bullshit. Like she was just like skipping a bit. It's silly, but it's lunch break and Kasumi and I are in the school courtyard together. It's after looking for a suitable place to sit down, find an open bench and take a seat. This should be good. Anyways, I wanted to talk to you about something, but we can do that while we eat.
相談ですか？私でよければお付き合いしますよ。
Well, you're the only one that can help me, really. I mean, we're a couple now, aren't we?
はい、そうですね。
She suddenly straightens her back, talks extremely stiffly and clears her throat. Is it just me or did you just snort with laughter?
確かに、私たちは現在、お付き合いをさせていただいてますね。
She's definitely laughing! But then again, I can kind of understand why she's laughing, or I guess it's more so grinning. I feel the same thing. It's a mixture of emotions, half parts happiness, half parts embarrassment. Yeah, and I wanted to discuss what I want to discuss is related to that. We don't have to announce it to the whole world, but I think we should at least let Shiori and the others know. Thank you.
なるほど。
Kasumi falls silent and takes a moment to ponder my
い
suggestion.
わゆる筋を通すということでしょうか。
Well, given that I accepted your confession, I feel like I at least owe it to them. Thank you! My God! But still, it's not a decision I can make on my own.
私の気持ちを確認したかったということですね。
Pretty much. Sorry, I know I'm kind of springing this on you really suddenly.
いえ、これも恋人ならではの悩みだと思いますから。私は嬉しいですよ。
I'm glad she's looking at me she's looking at it this positively.
でも、
Yeah? She lowers her voice, furrows her brow, and looks down.
実は一つだけ問題があるんです。
Yeah?
はい。私、とてもうまくできる自信がなくて。
Is she worried about things becoming awkward between her and the other girls? I'm not sure if I'll be able to help, but I'll lend you an ear if you're willing. I am your boyfriend, Kasumi. I'm not the most dependable guy, I know, but I'll do my... Hey, you just laughed again, didn't you?
笑ってません。はじめさんはとても頼りになるから。
You're not even finishing... You can't even finish your sentence without laughing.
実は、問題というのはこのことなんです。
I bet! You literally can't stop laughing and grinning.
そうなんですよ。実はここのところ、はじめさんのことを考えると、どうしてもニヤニヤしてしまって。
True enough, I noticed her grin every time we talked about anything involving being a couple.
その、はしたなく思われるかもしれませんが、はじめさんの彼女になれたことが嬉しくて、つい。
Anyways, I'll be right back. Alright, I'm back.
なので、たとえ報告中でも、かすみは俺の彼女だなんて言われたら、間違いなくにやけてしまいます。
She really does look like she's taking this seriously. But I can tell that despite her constant laughter, she actually is.
はじめさんに彼女宣言された瞬間、もしニヤニヤしてしまったら、絶対嫌な女だと思われますよね。
Well, it probably wouldn't be a good look. When I see her grinning like this, it almost makes me grin as well. That said, I can hardly blame her.
はじめさんも今、ちょっとにやけてましたよ。一緒ですね。
Well, of course, I'll also smile when I see you constantly doing it. Well, of course, I'll also smile when I see you constantly doing it. I mean, she's my first ever girlfriend ever. My first girlfriend ever. There we go. It'd be impossible for me to stay completely calm.
あ、そうだ。私、いいことを思いつきましたよ。
Are you sure it's a great idea? Are you absolutely sure it's a great idea? What follows those words is never anything good. Well, What is it?
つまりですね、どうせニヤニヤしてしまうなら、我慢しないで今のうちにニヤニヤしておけばいいんじゃないでしょうか。たっぷりと表情を緩ませておけば、その反動でシャキッと引き締まるかもしれません。
Yeah, it's not gonna happen. Well, you do end up grinning when you actively try not to. Also, it happened to me the moment I started to think about it.
意識しちゃったんですか？
Yeah.
工学のためにどういうところを意識しちゃったのか教えていただいても。
We're straying a bit from the subject, but I guess it's better than doing those weird grinning exercises she was suggesting. Because this is kind of like a date, I guess.
そう言われてみると。
Also, the fact that I just find you incredibly cute, Kasumi. This cute girl is now my girlfriend. I just thinking about it makes me happy. So also kind of embarrassed.
なかなかやりますね。
Really know how to hit it. She's holding her lips with one hand and trembling slightly. It seems she's trying to stifle her smile that way. Teasing her sure is fun.
でも、まだまだです。このくらいのペースだと、またすぐにやついてしまうかもしれません。
Well, let's see. How about something like this? I casually move closer to Kasumi and lay my hand on top of hers.
はい、なるほど。
Even though I'm the one doing it, it's still incredibly embarrassing, so I can't help but avert my gaze from her. How's that?
そうですね。私の顔を見てみればわかるかもしれませんよ。
I just know she's plotting something.
振り返るのが早く。すみません。距離が想定より近い。
Well, yeah, your face is just so pretty.
お粗末様です。
We both look away in embarrassment, but our hands stay connected. We're way too lovey-dovey here!
なんだかすごくドキドキします。私の手、ちょっと汗ばんじゃってますね。
Mine is too. But these moments appear so precious to me when I think about how I'm spending it with someone who loves me just as much as I love them. Honestly, what's wrong with grinning? Can't we just give up on trying to fight it?
そうかもしれませんね。だって私は今、どうしようもないくらい幸せなんですから。
What the fuck have I just opened Discord to? The fuck? Do not pity the dead, Harry. Pity the living, and above all else, pity those that look at the top right corner, and it's just Rickroll. Yes, indeed. What the fuck? What is going on here? Why is there a frog in a burger? I'm confused. Help. Me too? Well, I'm gonna go ahead and tell the others then. It's lunch break right now, which is probably why they responded immediately to my texts. Then I asked them to meet me in the student council room right away, so I can get this over with and tell them about Kasumi and me. Thank you for coming here on such short notice, girls. 10 minutes after I sent the message, they're all here in the student council room.
特に用はなかったし、もし本当に忙しかったら断ってるから、安心して。私としては、それ以上に生徒会室の個人利用が気になるけど、この顔ぶれだと内密な話みたいだし、今回は多めに見てあげる。
Thanks. I think that aside from Yoshino, everyone was slowly suspecting what this was about. Alright, I'm gonna cut straight to the chase. It's about your confessions, and I wanted to tell you my response.
つまり、はじめは小清水さんを選んだってこと？
Huh?
いや、さすがにわかるよ。告白のお返事をもらっていない人は自分ではないとわかりますし。あとは単純な消去法ですわね。
You could argue that me calling them here to tell them about our relationship is something I'm doing more for myself than for them, which is why I believe it's all the more important to give them the facts straight.
私は二人を除いたら最初だったから、二宮くんが小清水さんと一緒にいたのを見てるし。ねえ。それ以前に顔だよね、顔。もうめっちゃくちゃにやついてるんだもん。ゆいぽんみたいに消去法なんて使わなくてもわかるわよ。
Kasumi had been covering her mouth with her hand for obvious reasons, but when she notices the other's gaze, she puts on a stern face and takes a step forward and bows.
私、小清水かすみは、この度、二宮はじめさんとお付き合いさせていただくことになりました。
I probably should have been the one to say that, but oh well, I guess it's fine. So, yeah, that's why I asked you all to come here. But of course, I was very happy when you all confessed your feelings to me, and I appreciate it. But I ultimately decided on Kasumi. That's why I'm afraid I can't return your feelings. So for that, I'm truly sorry. I lay bare all of my feelings and bow deeply.
二宮くんが謝ることじゃないって。ちゃんと考えて選んでくれたんだもんね。そりゃ、小清水さんに負けたっていうのは悔しいよ。でも、二宮くんの気持ちを決めるのは二宮くんだから。そうね。少なくとも謝ったりすることじゃないわ。ちゃんと全員に同じように報告もしてくれたし。少なくとも私は納得。気持ちの整理には少し時間がかかるかもしれませんけど、そうですわね。二宮先輩を困らせるのは本意ではありませんから。それで私たちの関係が変わるわけじゃないから。でも、それはそれとして、小清水さんを選んだなら、それなりの責任取ってもらわないとね。
What are you gonna make me do?
大丈夫大丈夫。変なことさせるつもりはないから。
That smile is scaring me. Honest to goodness, I expected a more somber mood.
それでどうして小清水さんを選んだの？顔は負けてないわよね。ということは、やはり胸ですの？
What kind of superficial guy do you girls take me for?
当然だけど、学生の本文を忘れない、学内の手本になるようなお付き合いをしていくのよね。
You're supposed to say yes to that! With the others bombarding us with questions, Kasumi seemed perplexed, but the gloomy mood is now completely gone at least. But it seems like we'll all be able to stay friends, so that's a relief.
私からも一つだけ質問があるんだけど、いいかな？私にですか？小清水さんは今、幸せかな？
Suddenly all the girls that were happily chatting fall completely silent.
私は、はい、とても幸せです。何よ、この胸焼け起こしそうな甘ったるい雰囲気は。
Even Miyoshino is just suffering over here.
小清水さんの笑顔が胸に突き刺さる。なんか変なこと質問しちゃってすみません。
Everyone's just collectively getting diabetes. I can understand their reactions. Like, I could just imagine everyone just head against some kind of surface. Just Hajime leaning against the fucking window. Yoshino just up against the goddamn bookcase. Yui leaning against the door. Like, Ayaka just on the table. While Yuri's just... I can just imagine it. After all, Kasumi's smile is radiating pure bliss.
なんてね。 大事なのは、二人がちゃんと決めて、それで納得して幸せかどうかだもん。ゆうき先輩。ですわね。これで小清水先輩が幸せではなかったら、やはり寂しいですから。もし何かあったら、その時は遠慮なく相談してね。きっとお力になるから。皆さん、本当にありがとうございます。
It's a touching scene, but almost instantly the mood freezes as a chilling winter swept through the room. Man, I kind of expected it, but I can't believe she actually did it.
すみません、違うんです。もう、幸せすぎて勝手に笑いが。ほほう。なるほどね。まったく。はい。
Why are they all looking at me? And why do you all have to sigh in unison too?
はじめ、多分気づいてないだろうから教えてあげるね。
What?
さっきからずーっと顔がニヤニヤしてる。
Who?
はじめ。
What? That? Have I really? I panic and touch my face, realizing that the corners of my mouth are excessively pointing upwards.
なんかもう、なんだろうね。余計なこと聞くんじゃなかった。これが噂のバカップルというものですわね。
Idiot couple! But wait.
バカップルだなんて。
Lovebirds! Of course I was aware of that!
はいはい、声揃えないの。もう、ちゃんと風紀を守ったお付き合いを心がけてよ。特に会長は。
Sure, I'll try my utmost. But no guarantees.
自信ないの？
I'm sorry about everything Kasumi does and says. It's just so ridiculously cute that it makes me wonder if it's calculated.
はじめさん、皆さんの前でそんな。
No, seriously! It's actually a problem for me! Saved by the bell!
はい、それじゃ解散。みんな、授業に遅れないようにね。お疲れ様でした。さあ、急いで戻りませんと。二人きりだからって、サボっちゃダメだからね。
I'd never do that in the presence of the vice president.
よろしい。二宮くんは、戸締まり忘れないようにね。
The others all exit the room at once, leaving just me and Kasumi alone. That was pretty intense.
そうですね。でも、よかったです。皆さん私たちのこと認めてくれたみたいで。
Yeah, it's definitely a relief. To be honest, I was more worried about Kasumi's relationships with the others than about me. But it seems that was an unnecessary worry. Kasumi and I share a quick smile and leave the student council room. Today was a crazy day. With everything I need to do now done, I go on to sleep. Once I'm in bed, I think I'll finally be able to calmly look back on the day and organize my feelings. There were a few awkward moments, but in the end we managed to convey everything to them. It may have been spontaneous, but I was right to tell them immediately. Kasumi? Can I talk to you for a bit? Huh. She wants to talk. Guess it's not something she can tell me over text. Suggest meeting in the lounge, throw it on a jacket, and leave the room before waiting for a reply. Kasumi?
はじめさん、すみません、夜分遅くに。
While waiting in the lounge, I eventually see Kasumi walking directly towards me with quick, light steps. Let's go. It's all good. I wanted to see you too before going to bed, anyways.
本当にそうだったら嬉しいですね。
Seems she noticed my tiny lie. It really surprised me. You really surprised me, though. I would have expected to see a text from you this late.
やはりご迷惑でしたか？
That's fine. I wanted to talk to you about something, right? You wanted to talk to me about something, right?
いえ、特に深い意味はなく、どうしても会いたくなってしまって。
She's so cute! Well, like I said, I wanted to see you too, Kasumi. Thinking about what happened during lunch again, I naturally moved closer to her, but she immediately pulled back and distanced herself again. The way she did it in such blatant fashion leaves me dumbfounded, but then I noticed that Kasumi is looking equally confused. She wasn't intentionally avoiding me, was she?
あれ？ごめんなさい。嫌だったわけじゃなくて、付き合い始めて関係性が変わったからでしょうか。変に意識してしまって。
Ah, so that's what it is. She was always the one teasing and flirting with me, but now that we're an actual couple, she's blushing and getting nervous. That fact alone is something I can't help but find incredibly cute. It's fine, I'm pretty nervous and tense myself, but I'm not gonna do anything weird to you, so you don't have to be so on guard.
変なこと、というのは、どういったことを指すのでしょう？
She's totally teasing me on purpose here.
変なこととは、どんないやらしいことを指しているんですか？
Oops. You're not even trying to hide it. Can't let her pull me into this.
私としては、はじめさんの好きにしてくださって構わないんですけどね。だって、私たちは恋人なんですから。
It's true, we are a couple now, so unlike before, I could make a move on her if I was so wanted. No, Hajime! Nope! Yoshino just cautioned us to abide by the school rules, didn't she? Just because I'm your boyfriend now doesn't mean that I can do anything I want to you.
そうですね。それに、今触れられたら、私の方が我慢できなくなってしまいそうです。
Her demeanor of trying to get me to make the first move hasn't changed at all. Anyways, I won't do anything weird. If I wanted to do anything weird to you, I'd rather not get swept into it by your temptations. I want to be the one to take the lead myself.
では、はじめさんのリード、楽しみにしてますね。
I think she's indirectly giving me permission to strike at any time. But I didn't choose to date her just to indulge in my horny fantasies, so I put those thoughts aside for now. Wait, is that all you wanted to talk to me about?
もしかして、怒っちゃいましたか？
Want to see for yourself?
試すというと？
I gently embraced the lightly dressed Kasumi.
あったかいです。
Still think I'm mad? She smiles happily and shakes her head.
でもよかった。正直に白状すると、どうにも落ち着かなくて、なかなか寝つけなかったんです。
Oh?
私、誰かと恋人関係になるのは初めてで、だから、これから何をしたらいいのかわからなくて。
Don't have to worry about that, I'm the same way.
退屈して飽きたりしませんか？
Nope, I can assure you of that. I embrace her even tighter. The fact that she has those worries makes me so very in love to her boyfriend.
ありがとうございます。ギュッてしてくれたおかげで、少し落ち着きました。
Great. Think you'll be able to fall asleep now?
それが...
Something else bothering you?
はい。実は、どうにもニヤニヤしてしまって、気づくと、ベッドの上を転がっているんです。
Are you trying to kill me with cuteness? I'd very much like to see that.
皆さんに受け入れてもらえたことが、何よりはじめさんが恋人として私を紹介してくれたことが嬉しくて、今日だけでいいので一緒に寝てもらえませんか？
Huh? Wait. No. We'll be in massive trouble if someone catches us. Of course, if I could, I'd love to sleep with her.
じゃあせめて寝つくまでそばにいてもらうだけでもダメですか？
Will you be able to fall asleep if I stay with you?
多分はじめさんが一緒だと安心しますから。
I know that there's no one here aside from us. And I'm afraid giving in and spoiling her like this won't do her any good. Alright, but only tonight, you hear me? And only until you fall asleep.
本当にいいですか？
Did you want me to? Or did you actually not?
やめませんからありがとうございます。
I'm happy to see her so delighted. But when she blushes and fidgets like this, it only makes me embarrassed
で
too.
はこちらへ。
I walk after Kasumi, who climbs the stairs with hushed steps, and thus enter the second floor, where no guys are allowed to enter. You know what? Hope you guys enjoyed this episode. See you guys next time. Bye-bye.